All right, welcome back to Lane Switching. Today, I'm back with another guest. I'm here today with my guy Shamzy. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. So let's get right into this. Let's talk about life before music. Let's talk about your upbringing. Everything that comes with it.
Life before music?
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess like I was always into music, like listening to music, always into rap and shit. But I played soccer, so I guess that was the main thing I was doing before, like as a hobby. Uh, Stopped playing soccer, I'd say after high school, and then I was always like rapping like for fun, like never wrote anything. I was always just like freestyle rapping, whatever. And then yeah, pretty much like 20, I'd say 17, 16. My one of my cousins brought me to a studio, made a song there. Ever since then, just kept going to studio making songs.
That's dope. So, what club did you play for? What soccer club did you play for?
The PN City Storm.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
played for Royals.
No way.
Yeah.
We didn't like you guys.
No, we didn't like you either. Why did you start making music?
I feel like I always knew I wanted to rap. As a kid, I used to always rap, and then when I got to like let's say like grade like 11, like we used to like go smoke at lunch and shit, and then like the guys I would smoke with, like we would smoke, and then they would start freestyling. I went to like an all Italian school.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, what? These guys are all rapping, freestyling. I'm like, this can't be serious. And then I started jumping in it, whatever. And like one of the guys was Hugger B.
Yeah.
Shout out Hugger B. He was there. We'd always be freestyling every day. We'd smoke and then we'd go freestyle. Or like we'd be in the car smoking with a bunch of people, drop them all off, go kick it somewhere, throw on an instrumental. I would have my phone on record. We just freestyle. So it got to the point where like it was just for fun. Like we would record it, listen to it back, like, and then eventually I was like, hey, I didn't really like to write stuff because I just like to freestyle stuff. So then like I kind of like had the same like melody in my head from like a song I was listening to. And so I kind of wrote like a chorus to that song. And then my cousin brought me to a studio, brought me to a KGJ studio.
Yeah.
Went there, did a song. After that, I was like, hearing your voice on the mic versus on your phone, it's like, okay, I can make something work out of this,
Mm-hmm.
And then that was pretty much all the like validation I needed to say, okay, let me start rapping. Because people used to tell me to start rapping, and I'm like, okay, like that wasn't like a thing that I think that I thought was like, like a thing that you could really make it doing.
Mm-hmm.
So after you hear yourself for the first time, doesn't matter if you think you're good or you're not good, whatever. Like if you've never been on the mic, and when you spit on the mic for the first time, you're gonna feel like, oh shit, you already feel like a superstar. You're in there, you put the headphones on, you're rapping, you're hearing yourself with like, auto tune this and that, like. So it became like addicting. I go to the studio like more often than I'm doing anything else.
That's dope. So you actually mentioned his name, Hugger B. When did you guys actually start like making and releasing music?
So like after I went to the studio for the first time, I made this one song. I showed Hugger B and a couple other of my friends, whatever, and I knew when he heard it, he was gonna be like, he was gonna want to do it too because we were already rapping like for fun. So then we went to Capitol Studios. We had Viva, like
Okay, yeah.
when it was called Capitol Studios. Went there. I think that was in 20, like right at the beginning of COVID.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah, like maybe even 2019. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
2020. So like we dropped a song 2021, and I think we made that song in like 2020. So don't really know when we started. All the songs that we've dropped, we made a long time ago.
Mm.
So it's like it's hard to remember like when we started making a song. So I'm trying to think of like the first song we dropped together was not the first song we made.
Okay,
Like we
okay.
made that song. Like I don't know, we have too many songs as it is. But the goal this year is pretty much like for us to start dropping more music together. I know he just dropped a song. I think it was a month ago or 2 months ago called "Level Up," and I just dropped a song on Valentine's Day called "Sneaky Link." So I think we're gonna probably drop another song soon, and then a couple other artists too.
That's super dope. And a couple other artists you've been working with for a minute, Sleepy 13 and TKMN. How did you actually get in touch with those guys? How did you start working with them?
Those are my cousins.
Okay, okay. So that's like
Yeah,
family.
yeah, legit. Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. Sleepy's big cousin. TK's my little cousin. Yeah, we're all family.
And was it them that kind of got you into the music?
Not really. Like TK, I already knew like from when we were younger. He was like he could sing, you know.
Yeah.
So like, but we didn't like ever talk about. He was doing his own thing in music, and I wasn't even making music at the time.
Mm.
But Sleepy used to always tell me like, yo, like Sleepy will always be on my ass about making music. Like yo, in the beginning, Sleepy's the one that'll say like, yo, dog, like, yo, we have to come to the studio, we have to make a video, we have to do this, da, da, da. And he's like a guy like a lot of people will say they're gonna do something and it'll take a long time. It's if he says he's doing it, it's happening probably within the next month or so. So like he did put me in my first actual video was Sleepy's song called Traffic, me, Sleepy,
Yeah,
and TK.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was more like it wasn't like we were in the same lane going like anywhere. Like Sleepy was doing his thing, TK was doing his thing, and I was doing my thing. It just so happened that like that song we're all realizing like what, why don't we just make a song together? I'm pretty sure that song was Sleepy. I think TK made the hook and Sleepy already had the verse, and then I went to the studio and then I heard Sleepy's part and I heard TK's part. And I don't even know if they were even there. I think I called Sleepy and I was like, yo, like let me put a verse on the end of this.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, no doubt. I put a verse on it. And like I said before, I'm better freestyle rapping. Like I'm not like if you tell me if you tell me to hop on a song, you ask me to do a feature, chances are I'm not writing anything to that song until like close to the day of. So like since I heard that song on the spot, I made a verse on it that like it was okay, but it wasn't hard, you know? But so then Sleepy heard it and he's like, yo, I know you can make a harder verse than that one. I was like, oh, alright. So then like made another one. That one was, in my opinion, way better than the first one. Dropped it, I think, within like a month or 2 weeks or so. So
That's dope. And you spoke about it a little bit earlier, but you said you were on Way Up with Hugger B, and then you dropped Sneaky Link. So what is it about 2023 that you feel like is the right time to start dropping music now? What is making you feel inclined to release music?
well, like I feel like so like I said, all these songs were made from like probably 2020 to up to now. So like I have songs with Hugger B. I have songs with my boy Flippa that are out now. There's one called I Want You, and there's one called Stash House. We have a couple more coming out too. But yeah, I had bare songs, and the people who know me all have heard the songs. So like, there's people that'll be like, "Why don't you like? Can you drop this one? Can you drop this one?" And like in the beginning, I didn't even know really how to the whole promotion, the whole
How to market yourself.
how to market, how to drop, and like so I was kind of slacking on it. And then when it got close to the end of last year, it was like I had a picture like when you're shopping and you have a cart full of stuff, and then you go to your cart, it's fucking full, and you're like, hey, yo, I had the amount of songs I have in my phone, it was like, hey, I didn't even want to go to the studio and make new songs. I didn't want to
You already
new
have too
beats
many.
because I didn't want to, because you still have to buy these beats and everything and
Yeah.
shoot the video and all that. So like, it was kind of getting stressful. I was like, hey, I have too many songs that like I want to release, and I'm gonna go to the studio and more likely make a new song than touch up on like another one if I think it's already done. So I was like, hey, all these songs have to come out this year. Like all the ones in my phone, at least like 50% of them have to come out before I'm making new music. Even though I'm making new music all the time, I I kind of have like a structure for this year how I want to drop the ones I already have. So,
That's dope. That's dope. So, we were mentioning before, like you've done quite a few features now on other people's tracks. How do you feel like you hop on a feature, and how do you compliment the artist you're working with rather than body? And there's nothing really wrong with bodying someone's track when you hop on it, but like you're not really there to be the star. You're there to be like the role player. How do you do that with still putting your best foot forward?
not gonna lie, like I love doing features. Like I like doing features more than I like making a song. I think of making a song, like you have to think of the chorus, you have to think of like the verse has to match the chorus, then you have to kind of switch it up so it doesn't sound like people are gonna get bored of the song. Or like when it's a feature, someone already has a song laid out. You just have to find a way to like you said, like not you can body a feature and compliment them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I normally like let's say I'm on a song with like a rapper or a singer who raps like really high, then like when it gets to my part, then I'm gonna go low. Or like something like I feel like the job of a feature is when it gets to your point of the song, you don't have to turn it into your song, but like you have to judge the way the song's been going and have a sick twist on it that makes people go like, oh shit, now they're like now they're back into it. Then it's gonna switch back to the feature to the main artist. I feel like just making sure that you kind of stay in the same like vibe as whatever the song that you're featured on, but you have to make it sound a little bit like you have to make it sound different. You can't hop on a feature if the song goes da na 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 na. You can't hop on there and go da na 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 na. You know what I mean? Like if you're a feature on the song, you have to kind of it's your job to like make that shit kind of like slap harder. You know, it's like the extra
Mm-hmm.
seasoning on the fucking food or whatever. Like you need that shit.
For sure, for sure. And obviously, you started off on the right foot this year. But how do you feel, or what do you feel you need to do to improve your music career to open more doors and get more opportunities, whether it's performing, whether it's getting music videos, or whatever it is?
Uh, one, I gotta be more like active. Like, not gonna lie, like music is like a big thing. Like, I'm probably listening to beats, rapping, or like writing some shit every single day. But you still have to like, I still have my actual life, you know. So
Yeah.
sometimes by the time like whatever I go to work, whatever, do my thing, And by the time it gets to like my free time, I'm not really using it to like focus like music wise. Like I feel like if you're gonna be an artist, you have to kind of make that shit your full time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
If you're
like
trying to be a professional, it has to be full time.
yeah, and like you have
But in Ottawa, for most people, that's just not the reality.
that's not the reality, and it's like until I'm getting a check from rapping, you know, like you still have to make your own bread. You still have like shit to pay for, like you know, whatever you have to do. So it's like, but at the end of the day, I feel like I need to be out there more. Like I don't even really be going to shows. I don't even know about these shows until like someone will tag me in it, or
Fair.
like something like that, or like someone will be like, "Yo, why didn't you do this show?" I'm like, I didn't even know that show was a thing, you know. So like, definitely be out there more and more consistent. But that's what I'm doing this year.
That's fair. And just quick speaking on like what you said about like going to more shows. I think just artists supporting artists is such a huge thing, and it's so important to go support your fellow local artists. But something that I think the promoters need to step up on doing, and it's at the end of the day, it depends on your budget and your team. But what a lot of these guys do is they'll drop like one little like digital thing like post saying, oh, we have an event on such and such date, and then they won't notify you again till the day of.
Yeah,
So it's like unless you caught that initial promotion, how are you supposed to know until the day of to hop and go do that? And it's probably like you've already made some plans to go do something else. It's kind of hard to, switch up your schedule last minute to hop to these shows. But hopefully going forward, more people will be able to attend local Ottawa hip hop shows. But for you, what can we expect for the rest of 2023?
the rest of 2023 expect more music, and like I'm really like what's the word, like critical about my own music. So
Mm,
like that's half the reason why it takes so long. But like trust the music's good in my opinion, and I hope that everyone else thinks it's good too. Uh, yeah, expect more music, more features, more collabs. Shout out Hugger B, shout out Sleepy, shout out TK, shout out Flippa, shout out Bullseye, shout out Ruben. You know, there's mad people. Those are kind of like the people who are like close to me that I know that I make music and like I
yeah.
made songs with and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Can we maybe expect this year a body of work, maybe an album or an EP?
Yeah, like yeah, I don't know, maybe. Like the album thing, like I don't know. I feel like the era we live in right now, before you drop an album, because some people actually drop an album right off the beginning and like get like, and there's good songs on that album, but they didn't market it properly or like it wasn't the time, and they put all their songs on one thing, and they could have dropped maybe like one song first,
Mhm.
get a reaction, then drop another one, like a couple of videos that people see your face. Like right now, I have 2 videos out, one more on the way, and then like of course more videos down the road. But you have to 100% fuck.
Do a proper rollout, basically.
Yeah, that blunt hit me. I forgot what the fuck was going on. Slap back. Holy, but yeah, fucking yeah, do a good rollout. Make sure like if I do a mixtape, it's probably just gonna be I have enough songs to do a mixtape, and I kind of know what songs to do on what kind of mixtape. Like all these artists I named, we probably like each have enough songs together to make a dual mixtape. So like you're definitely gonna see a mixtape this year. Is it like my first like thing I'm thinking about? Not really. I'm focused more on like one song at a time, videos, so people like get to see the artist, like get to see me. And then once I get a little bit of a wave, maybe drop like a like 4 or 5 song little EP. See how that goes.
That's dope. So, where can people find you on social media?
Shamzy Boy 1 on everything. Where's the camera?
Either that one or that one.
Shamzy Boy 1 on everything. Follow. YouTube. Shamzy. There might be another Shamzy on there, but you know, look for this face.
So look out for more work from Shamzy on the way. That was the Shamzy interview. I'm DF2. That's Shamzy. Peace, y'all.